Hey guys, how's it going? So, in this video I want to explain what your options are for schooling in Japan. Now, if you're watching this, I'm sure you're thinking about going to a Japanese language school. And to that I say, awesome, do it, it's a fantastic experience. But there are some things that I think would be a good idea you also keep in mind while you're going to a Japanese language school. So, depending on what your goals are and whatnot, some of you guys might just want to go to the language school for the experience and then go back home. Some of you guys might just want to come here, learn Japanese, and stay as long as possible and, maybe go off to other schooling or work. So in this video, I just want to lay out some other options for you guys in regards to living and staying in Japan. So, here we go. So, when you get to your Japanese language school, what I want to highly recommend is as soon as possible, you understand what you want to do in Japan. So, for those of you who graduated university in your home country and want to eventually just work in Japan, that's great, because now basically the only barrier is the JLPT, or basically getting your Japanese skills up to JLPT N2 level. Once you have that, it should be smooth sailing as far as for a job in Japan. For those of you who have not graduated university though, I got good news and bad news. So unfortunately, you will not be able to really get a long-term visa if you did not graduate university in your home country, even if you have a high Japanese level. But I have some good news for you guys. There's other options in Japan in regards to post-secondary schooling. So, once you're done language school, a lot of students take the path of either going to a Senmon Gakko, which is like a 2-year vocational college, or a 4-year university. If that case, for if you have your Japanese skills up to a JLPT N2 level, your options are pretty much wide open in regards to what kind of vocational school you can go to, and those are just 2 years long. And then once you've graduated, then you can start looking for work and get a work visa so you can stay in the country and enjoy your life here. In regards to university, however, so some universities look at the JLPT, not as much though. 90%, 95% of the universities are going to look at your EJU score. So the EJU is a separate exam for international students who want to go to university in Japan. And it's not really, I'm going to say, harder than the JLPT or easier. It's just a different format altogether. So you're going to be mostly tested on your writing and your reading and listening skills. Your score will be kind of a reference guide for the universities to take a look at and get a good understanding of your Japanese level. So one thing I want to emphasize is, preferably before you go to Japan, but at least within the first few months that you arrive at your language school, it's a really good idea that you have an idea of your plan. If you're going to go back to your home country after the language school, that's fine. But if you want to stay here long term, it's definitely good to think about, do you want to go to a Senmon Gakko, vocational school, or do you want to go to university? So it's very good that you think about that ahead of time and you start building a plan to pass the JLPT or to get a good score on the EJU. One thing I really want to recommend is make the JLPT a priority. I've seen this happen many times where a student who just says they want to learn enough Japanese to speak and they'll be fine versus a student who studies for the JLPT. I find that their progression levels are just different because someone studying for the JLPT, they have that goal and they know what they have to aim and chase after. So those students seem to do pretty well. So I'd recommend make that a priority as soon as possible, because you don't want to be that student who decides to go to a Seimon Gakko half a year or 1 year before they graduate and then scramble to try and pass the JLPT, because keep in mind the JLPT is only held twice a year. And you don't want to take your first JLPT in the December before you graduate the language school. You want to have a good idea of what the JLPT is like. So I recommend just take the JLPT, whatever level it is, as soon as possible and just get used to that exam. I recommend the same thing with the EJU too. Take it as early as possible and really get comfortable with the exam, with the format, and always try to just up your score. Do not take it last minute. And yeah, that's all I can say is like just have that plan ahead of time and just chase after a good EJU score or passing the JLPT as quick as you can. Make that a priority right away as soon as you get here. Alright guys, thank you for watching. I hope this video was helpful to some of you guys. If you want to check out more videos like these, please hit the subscribe button, and yeah, hope to see you again soon. Thanks, bye.